and the political leadership on our stance on the ongoing evictions that are going on around our city. And here, Governor and of course our political leadership will make their statement and clearance as to where we stand as the city municipality. And we thank you all for coming. We understand there's a lot of emotions, a lot of words going on here and there. But thank you, media, for coming. So we set to perspective what the city leadership and municipality stand on the ongoing evictions that are going on around our city. With that, I welcome everyone. Everyone will have a say, and then we'll have a time for media to ask questions. So I'll now ask our governor to make his opening statement and remarks to begin our media statement. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Let me thank our moderator, who's also my executive officer of Newton Harvard. I want to acknowledge on my left, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Member for Moresby South, Honorable Justin Chepchenko. On my right, Member for Northeast, Honorable John Kaupa, and further on my left, Member for Northwest, Honorable Lawyer Boy Samuel. I thank them for joining us with this media conference today. I want to also acknowledge and thank our ECP, NCD and Central Territory for being here as well. And staff of the commission, especially Deputy City Manager and our advisors and other staff. Members of the media, thank you all for turning up. City Manager has been summoned to go to the Ombudsman to report on some road works, especially a 2 mile and Anobada bypass, so there's something else going on. You cannot be here, but we are all fully here. That's very important. But let me thank you all members of the media for coming today. This issue has been going on for a while in our city and around the country. So many people have made comments and assumptions and implications. So today we are here to set the record straight and give clarity to the issue, so that everybody understands what is going on, and importantly too, what is not going on. That's very important. So from the outset, I want to say this very clearly as to what is not going on. NCDC, under my leadership and with my colleagues here, our board and management, is not engaging in a eviction exercise over settlement. That should be very, very clear. No ambiguity. We have not commenced on an eviction exercise against 4 Mile or against 8 Mile or against any other settlement. What is happening is the title holders who have title to a particular land have gone to court. There's a process that has gone on over a period of time, maybe months, eventually resulting in eviction orders. And those orders have been migrated to ACP and METSU as the Metropolitan Command in the city, and they are obliged under the law to enforce those orders. If they don't enforce it, then it's a problem for them. It's a problem for the law. It's a problem for the judiciary. Imagine if the judicial orders is not respected and implemented, then the judiciary system collapsed, and we cannot afford to do that. The settlers who are being affected have gone through due process. They have had their time in court. They have the opportunity to defend themselves as to whether they have merits or they have a legal right to stay on that land or not. That's something that's out of the control of myself or my 3 colleagues here or the ACP. It's subject to an independent judicial process. So let me make that very, very clear without any ambiguity. Me like talk pisintu. Me like NCDC, me like one program or eviction exercise targeted at one settlement inside the city. That's like Giaman Toto. Me as governor now, chairman of NCDC, triple member Blue of Parliament, leaders that have been duly mandated, and we can make it talk clear now. So you mean can walk in kind gaman toto. So that's for the record. In terms of 2 Mile, everybody knows the situation. I want to set the record straight. We have given the people of 2 Mile more than enough time, enough warning. We have tolerated the situation at 2 Mile. We have given them the opportunity to change their ways, to renounce violence, to respect each other. But did they expect that? No, God. In the recent past, around 2021 or 2022, myself as governor, chairman of NCDC, member for Moresby South, Honorable Justice Chochenko, I think member for Kairuku Hiri then, now member for Kairuku, Honorable Peter Iswaimo, Minister, and I think a member for Golala then. We met with all entire community up there 2 Mile at the Memorial Park, not Memorial Park, but
Human Memorial.
Yeah. And we went through all the issues that they faced. There was a threat of eviction at the time, but we decided to give them another chance. And we gave them too many chances. And they did not, show appreciation or gratitude or, reciprocate, renounce violence especially. And these cities are capital cities. You can't continue to tolerate this type of nonsense. Very bad habits that threaten the security and welfare of everybody. So what happened in 2 Mile? This is the situation. Police intervened and, because of outbreak of violence, using weapons, guns, police intervened on a Saturday. On that Saturday, our entire board here, we were in a board meeting here at this very conference room. We had no idea what was happening there. So it was not a pre-planned, exercise or something we, had put together to, execute. It's something that they brought upon themselves. So when the situation developed, I consulted our acting Prime Minister at the time, Honorable John Rosso, Minister for Lands and Immigration. He was the acting Prime Minister at the time. I consulted him about what we should do, and his advice was that we have tolerated it enough. We must put this to an end. And so we allowed the situation to continue, especially the demolition and eviction. It did not immediately take place on that day. ACP, to its credit, gave them opportunity to hand in the suspect. The community knows the suspect. They know who's been committing all this act of violence and crime and threatening even the residents out there too much. House Mary Blumi and Silip Longapia. She tells me every day what happens. And Mary Okapaya. And she herself too lives under fear, even her own community. So it's not just outside community feeling threatened. It's a community out there, different ethnic groups, they also feel threatened. And that's an undeniable fact.
Right.
So this is the situation that has happened in 2 Mile. It's an exception. And it's an exception as to the eviction that are taking place. So I just want to make that very clearly. I consulted the acting Prime Minister. I also consulted a member from Moresby South.
Correct.
He's mandated leader down there in Moresby South. So when situation like this happen, I have to consult him. And because of the national implication too, I have to consult the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister was away in Davos, so I consulted the acting Prime Minister. We allowed the eviction to go ahead. And I want to say this, that the community brought it upon themselves. They shouldn't blame anybody. They should take responsibility. On our part and on my part as chairman and governor, we have reached out to them. We have assisted the community. I think up to now we have spent more than about 300,000 to going up to 400,000. In provision of putting them in care, supplying shelters and food, and we have also repatriated a number of them. Those from Golala district in Central Province, 2 truckloads have gone back to the district because a lot of people living down there, they are just migrants from the district. And the fact is this, if people go to Golala district, you will see that it's almost deserted. Plenty line of Golala, they migrate to other parts of Central Province, especially along Hiritano Highway. You can see it. And some comes down to the city. So those who were recent migrants, they wanted to go back, so we have assisted them. 2 truckloads. 1 truckload going to Kairuku for our residents down there from Kairuku district, especially all the people from Kuni. Kuni people, they are border between Kairuku and Golala. They are ethnically different people, linguistically different people, but they mix with the Kairukus and the Golala. They all are, decent citizens. People down there, some have been living there for 4 generations. The Golala community, they've been living there since around 1940s. They are part of the history and development of our capital city. We acknowledge them, but the problem is that they, as a community, did not help us to maintain peace and good order, especially renounce violence. And we have come to a point in the city where we cannot tolerate violence anymore, especially this type of ethnic violence or using violence to, obtain goods or steal or terrorize. In 2023, I intervened at the ethnic dispute down there at Wada between Golala people and Engan people. They were doing tit for tat killing. Engan killed, Golala retaliate, then Engan retaliate. Went on for a while, 3 or 4 deaths. So it went too much. I gave them a warning. They did not heed it, so I went there myself, called the community leaders together, and I gave them an ultimatum. If you all keep on this type of violence and lack of respect and appreciation of the scarcity of life, we are going to evict you all, demolish your homes. And I went there speaking as chairman, also as governor, but also as chairman of our fiscal planning board. Under fiscal planning law, if you don't have approval to construct a building or infrastructure that is more than 3 meters, that's illegal, and we can demolish your house or your infrastructure at any time. We don't need the court. We have the power. So I gave them that ultimatum, and you can see the peace has prevailed in Wada. The Golala people and the Engan people are living peacefully. So there has been no eviction. And this should apply, and we have applied it. I've given, last year one of my staff died as a result of ethnic conflict up there at 8 Mile. I've given them the same warning. They do it again, we are going to evict them, demolish their homes. They don't deserve to live in our capital city that belongs to our Mutuans, Koitapu, and secondly to all of us. Thousands of tribes, 860 languages, and our friends coming in from the international community to help build our nation. We cannot be held to ransom by a few, individuals or groups who think that they can do as they please. Maybe they can do it in their tribal setting. They can't do it here in the multi-ethnic, multi-linguistic, multinational, multi-faith, multicultural setting. It will not happen. And I'm very pleased with my 3 open members. We are here together. We have a plan for settlement. And I've announced it a number of times, but today I just want to, before I end, I just want to say that our plan for settlement is very clear. There are 2 main strategies. Most of the settlement, they will be subject to settlement upgrading. We have done that already at 9 Mile Quarry. Now we are coming to 8 Mile. And we will, depending on resources too. It's not an easy exercise. 9 Mile, just that small area, I think less than 360 square meters or 360 allotments. It costs us about 25 million. So the settlements, together with the villages in the city, and I'm not making comparison with the settlements and the villages. The villages are here by their ancestral rights. They deserve to live as they want to live, respecting their heritage, and we respect that. But in terms of looking at the size of space in the city, about 55% of the city, about maybe 45 or 40% is settlement, and 10% is the villages. So this is the challenge that we face. So unless we overcome the settlement, we cannot say that the city has really become a fully metropolitan city, a true capital city, a city that is promoting high standard of living, especially giving our people a decent sort of setting, social setting, economic setting, physical setting. So it's a big challenge, but we have a strategy that we are implementing. So I want to make this clear too. Most of the settlement in the city will be subject to settlement suburb upgrading. There's a few settlement in the city that has to be removed. And our team here, we are determined to do that. I'm very pleased with my open members. Many times we as elected leaders, we are looking only to the next election. But I've consulted our open members. We are all looking at legacies beyond the election. If we have to evict this settlement now, if we have the capacity, people are by walking. Election, all people can decide. But we are the incumbent. We are privileged to be where we are. We have the opportunity to make a difference. And we are committed to making a difference. So there are a few settlements in the city center that must go. One of them was 2 Mile. There's another one, 4 Mile. We might also, I think Benspeak is also included, and Newtown down in Moresby South is also included. But we are not going to just randomly or in a head of way or without plan just go and evict our people. We are not going to do that. It's going to be a proper planned resettlement. Where we move them to, it's not going to be another settlement. Our goal, under my leadership and our 3 open members here, is to end settlement. Settlement must end in Port Moresby and hopefully to in the rest of the country. So that's our goal. How are we going to do that? Settlement to suburb, and in the city center, we want to resettle those few settlements in the city center so that the city can, in the center, it develops in a planned, organized way that adds a lot of value to the city and enables the city to grow to become a proper metropolitan national capital. That's the outcome we need to aim for. But nobody is going to displace people in the settlement. Our study shows, just to give you all some perspective, in terms of number of people who live or the percentage, just to address the stereotypes. Those who are formerly employed, public and private sector, we've done a survey, 49%. So all Manmeri stuff inside law, settlement here, all no unemployed life, that's all. All no criminals or all of them criminals. There are many of them who are forced to live there because of the high rental or high cost of real estate in the city, especially the planned suburbs. And then we have a problem of people accessing land. So 49% formal employment, 27% informal. They are doing their own business. And the city, we should recognize it too. PMV na taxi stable. Ono stable is Boroko. Ono stable Coroboseo. Ono stable Olao. Ono stable Gorenzo. They are out there, Nautanao, Moratao, 8 Mile. The PMVs that enable the city to function and move every day on a daily basis. Taxi too. So these are thriving, resilient communities too that add value to the city. What we need to do is change the physical dynamics. So those are the challenges that we face, and we have a strategy. We are going to implement it. We've started implementing it. We will only do the resettling when we have found the prepared relocation site. So I want to acknowledge member for Moresby Northeast. He has secured about 240 square hectares of state land. So he is on the, in the process of, helping us to do resettlement and proper development of his electorate, Moresby Northeast. This afternoon, both of us will be going up there to the Bomana Teno, Vanuatu, to announce to everyone that we've got the title to the area that they're living there, so that we can start to do the upgrading there, change that part of the city to become proper planned suburb. Member from South too is similarly working in this area as well. So, for example, we've got the title to Rakamuga.
Sure.
We've done the
Subdivision.
we've done the survey and subdivision.
400.
Now the road from Kipo to Rakamuga going to Saraga is underway. Once that takes place, we will start to do the proper subdivision and reorganize the people there. So the process is already underway, and this is what I want to conclude by saying that people will be properly resettled. They will be going to not a settlement, but a proper planned resettlement to become part of the future of the city. A planned city, a modern city, a metropolitan city, a capital city, a city that belongs to all of us and we all can be proud of. In terms of the people down there at 2 Mile and at 4 Mile, I just want to say that I want to thank the ACP. They've stopped the eviction that is going on to give us time to enable us to, decently and in a humanistic way, deal with the situation. So down at 2, we have found temporary care center. I want to acknowledge those people who have given up their land to allow the temporary care center. But today too, I can announce that we have secured from the customary owners at Gerew from Baruni. I think one of their representatives are here. They've given us 10 hectares of land. The possibility to extend it is there. We are in negotiation now. But as we speak, yesterday we've started cleaning the 10 hectares already. So we are going to move all those people we have evicted down there at 2 Mile, and those from 4 Mile, they are all going to move there as a temporary care center. Minimum about 6 months. We did it in 6 months. I've given direction to city manager and our team here to ramp up the surveying and all the things that needs to be done, especially at Faria. So those land that has been allocated for affordable housing, we can start to filter everybody there, so we can ensure that they have a better future that contributes to their well-being and the well-being of the city. I want to also announce that last night, the 4 of us, members of parliament and open members, we have met with the Prime Minister. So we have the national government blessing and support. Tomorrow we will meet with the Prime Minister to see if we can access the 70 million that was allocated for urbanization. It's in the national budget this year. So to help us to, importantly, deal with our people in a decent, humanistic way to have a long-lasting solution, but importantly, to end settlement in the city. National government policy is in alignment with our policy to end settlement in the city. So I want to end by appealing to our people to support us to end settlement in the city. I want to also say this to all those political aspirant. Election long way yet, yeah. No can be seen run area, the campaign. But the important thing is for us, if you want to be a national leader, you should think about the great plans that will help our people, help our city, help our nation. Not to thrive on fear and misleading information, giaman toto. People who use fear and lies do not deserve to be elected members of parliament. We must rise up and provide solution to our challenges in our country. Settlement has been a major challenge. It should not be politicized. You should, like a member of parliament, come up with solution. How do we improve the quality of life of our people? 50 years plus, we have left them to languish in subhuman condition. No proper infrastructure, no services, water, power, sewage, no gas. Are we going to allow people to live there forever? No, the next 50 years, Papua New Guinea must transform. And it must start here in our capital city. That's why me and my 3 open members, we are determined. If we are ready now, and people are a victim online, we will evict them, but we will do it in a decent, orderly way for a win-win outcome. So with that, I thank you all members of the media for allowing me to state very clearly, in no uncertain terms, what is happening and what is not happening. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right, thank you, Governor. We've heard it loud and clear from the head of the city municipality and the chairman on the state of settlements and evictions in our country. With this, now we'll get Minister of Foreign Affairs and member for Moresby South, Honorable Justin Tetchenko, to give his supportive statement. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody, and Governor and our members of our capital city. One of our biggest challenges as open members, and of course as the Governor, is the illegal acquiring and acquiring of land in our city. It's a never-ending battle, which affects not only us as members, but also our people more greatly. Every day we see illegal fencing going up, fencing recreational and public space. We see court orders being given to me as a member and residents of certain areas to vacate because the land has been stolen from underneath them. You know, it's a never-ending battle fighting these illegal land grabbers, selfish Papua New Guineans, against our good people, hard-working people of our capital city. Now, a lot of these cases I have personally taken up as a member for Moresby South to assist our people in the electorate, to fight against these illegal land grabbers that have acquired this land illegally through the Department of Lands. And Governor has assisted as well with me to assist in this regard. But some of these areas in our city and in Moresby South need to be resettled. As the city expands, settlements cannot be seen in our capital in certain areas, especially downtown and in urban areas that are continuing to develop. Now, 2 Mile Hill had to go, with all due respect. It was the hotspot, criminal hotspot for how many years? And with that as well, how many people have been robbed, stabbed, attacked, raped, killed in 2 Mile Hill? Countless. Countless. And I think it all came to an end when the police were doing their job, trying to stop a holder on 2 Mile Hill when they came up and shot at the police with one officer shot. Now this is not an isolated case. This is a common occurrence every day and night at 2 Mile Hill. And I think all the citizens of our city have had enough. So when the police gave an ultimatum to hand in those criminals to the Rabiagini people, they didn't do it. They ignored the police. Criminals still were there. So what are the police going to do? Just sit back and watch other Papua New Guineans be attacked? And mind you, while this was going on, they were holding up people in the PMVs and throwing rocks at their heads, and innocent people were being badly injured and had to go to hospital the same day. My goodness. So the police did their job with our support to ensure that area was completely rid of this criminal aspect and those people that are harboring criminals and causing a problem in that area. I'm glad the area is now clear. No more criminal activities. The place is silent. The place is clear. People can walk around easy now, not worrying about being attacked or having their bags or goods stolen or being killed or being raped. Finished now. There's nowhere for these criminals to go back to. And now that land should be used for a proper purpose. Institutional housing. Housing our teachers, our police, doctors, nurses. We can sell some of the land too to raise revenue, to also build all these houses for our good Papua New Guineans, hard-working Papua New Guineans, ones that deserve it. So for Rabiagini to be completely removed is a blessing for Moresby South. It's a blessing for the people of this city. And finally, we've stopped the criminal activities that continued for so long. You know, Governor and I tried our best many, many times over the last 15 years as I've been Member of Parliament. We've tried how many times to resolve issues at that area, 2 Mile Hill, Moresby. Police warnings, we've tried to, we've put education programs, so many assistance to help Rabiagini, to deaf ears, couldn't care, waste of time. You know, it's not as though that we didn't try our best to assist those people. And I want to make this very clear as well. It's not all in Rabiagini that are the troublemakers. Unfortunately, some of them have been suffering for many years from the sake of their own people. And they're victims of their own people. Now we still have our good citizens of Eastern Highlands and Simbu and Gulf and some Engans that still live along from second bus stop going down. Just recently, my governor and I have received a court order or not a court order actually, but a letter saying that they're now going to evict all those people from a private individual that says he's got the title for that land. Never ends. So we have to stop it. For me, it's about finding the right solution for the area. Now what we did, as you know, while the eviction was going in Rabia Guinea, we had our Okapa and Symbol people that lived at 2 Mile Hill Memorial near YMCA. We had a proper plan that we implemented, Governor and I. We gave them all blocks at 6 Mile Saraga. We resettled them correctly and properly with no issue at all. 84 families. Now that place is clear, but it was done correctly and properly. And then we will do it the same way going down 2 Mile Hill and other locations. But it must be done with a proper plan. We're not, Governor and I, and I'm sure the open members as well, we will not just go in there and evict for nothing.
Without a plan.
We're not going to do that. There has to be an alternative plan where the people can be resettled. Proper infrastructure and development. Make sure that everybody is aware of what's happening. And what we did at 2 Mile with our Eastern Highlanders and Okapas is a classic example of what can be achieved when we all work together for the good of our city and the good of our people. Okapa and Simbu. But so it's not as though we want to go out and just evict nothing, no. But Rabia Guinea, unfortunately, were their own worst enemy. And I don't have any problem saying that. They were their own worst enemy because they never listened, they continued the crime, they continue attacking people, and enough was enough. So thank you to the police, ACP Turi. He wasn't going to put up with having his police shot or killed by criminals. Why should the police, have that sort of situation put upon them? We're not going to live in a cowboy country or cowboy city. Enough is enough. And may this serve as a warning. You see what's happened in Rabia Guinea. If you want to continue to have harbour criminals and have crime in your area, look what happened to Rabia Guinea. Be very careful. I think we've all had enough. Our people in this city have had enough of crime and of this sort of violence that has been going on for too long. We want our young women and mothers and children to walk freely. We don't want to have them being harassed and killed and attacked every day. So let this Rabia Guinea serve as a purpose that what not to do. And I see a big difference already in Conkey Market, on the streets, everything. Places much better. People are much happier. And tell me otherwise. I don't mind constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is good. Tell us what we're not doing and we'll work together and fix it. But don't personally attack the leaders and the police and others for what they're not doing. We're all leaders in our own right, trying to do the right thing by our people. But don't put out false information and misinformation to scare and bugger up in name belong on man. If you're a leader, like Governor said, if you're a leader, stand up and give alternatives. Stand up and do something yourself instead of criticizing for no reason at all, but for your own so-called personal gain. We're here to do a job. We will do our job. We'll all work together as a team, from government to NCDC to the open members, for the benefit of our people. Work with us and we'll make it happen. That's very important. So for Moresby South, we'll continue to protect the innocent people of Moresby South that are being victimized by selfish, greedy land grabbers, and we'll get that land back. I will fight, Governor will fight for getting illegal land grabbers that have been grabbing our land and make sure that they don't get that land for the sake of our people. But for those that are causing problems, we have no time for you. We move on, and we'll use Rabia Guinea as an example for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Minister, for those very important remarks and making clear on the stance of the leadership, political leadership. It's important now we give time to the Royal Public Constabulary, our ACP, NCD and Central, so he can give his side of the story and police stands on this, and then we'll continue with the two members. Thank you, Mr. Bentu. Okay, Mr. Turi is here to execute orders and answer any questions. So I will ask our two leaders to make supporting statements first. We start with the Honorable John Kaupa, Moresby Notice, and then with Oyekoso.
Thank you, MC. Thank you, Chairman, Governor, and Minister, and my LBS, member for Northwest, and ACV, the media team, and management of our city team. Thank you. I just like to support what our chairman and the governor said on the eviction and demolition that happened. But before I say that, we are into 51 years. Now we are starting another chapter of 50 years. Now going to 51. And we want the city to be changed. Safety and environment. And who is going to do it? If governor and this team here, who is going to do it next? I would like to support our chairman, and starting from 2 Mile is a wake-up call for the city. This is a metropolitan city where everybody, even international community, are living, and we must start by example here in the city. You know, community has been here, first, second generation, whether it's a customary land or whether it's a state land, because all come before, all stuff finished. They don't know who owns the land, but they are there. So, like 2 Miles, it's a state land. Some live on state land, some live on customary land, and some live on private land. So in a city we got eviction. Number one eviction is people with title. They went to court because illegal people are living there. So when they get caught order, me and our 3 brothers here and Matthew, we got no authority over the court. So they do eviction exercise and demolition and eviction. Number 2, and I want to make it clear to the nation, NCDC manageable authority under the chairman, chief of governor, and the 3 MPs. We don't do eviction. We don't do demolition. We only do eviction and demolition on reserved land for services and goods and services. Road, schools, national parks or parks. You know, in the name of development, we can compulsory acquire under the manageable authority. So we only do eviction in realignment with the road, in realignment with the electricity or power or public areas. Then we exercise the power, as Governor said, he is chairman of physical planning and road. It's got a veto power. in the name of development for 1 million people in the city. And this exercise at 2 Mile, it's a wake-up call. And we are not going to stop. We will continue this exercise into my electorate and into Moresby Northwest. It's better to lose the election and save 1,000 people. Enough is enough. Corridor demolition owned by private, and another one customary land, another one eviction, because if you can't follow the law and continue doing like 2 Mile, as a municipal authority, we see that the safety is not there, then we will move it. My electorate also is a reminder of bridge. And then 8 Mile. 2 areas we are focusing and we are looking at it. We are going to apply as like 2 Mile. We don't give a shit to anybody. To save majority is important than one individual who are causing trouble. Last Sunday I was there, I was talking to them. I was at Makana settlement. I was at PF. I'm making awareness to my people that this is a wake-up call and we are not going to stop. So my appeal to everybody in the nation is that NCDC is we are doing what we can for the safety of our city, living a proper subdivision that we are doing settlement to start with. See, we got all the titles, but we are realigning so that when the physical planning comes in and approved, we got water, power, sewage. That's the package of the settlement to start with. So that we give our citizens the right to own homes. Who said to pay no ground? Or who said to pay no house? But we must do it proper way. So in my electorate, you know, a lot of state land acquired by people. So before somebody grabbed the land, like our brother minister said, individual, or putting ground was on dog, all of citizens are starting eviction. And where are our people going to go? Because they live there alone. So my job as a member is to have in my electorate any state land occupied by our people. It's my job to send in the surveyor, make sure, do a shed. If it's state land, we get it, we do a proper subdivision, settlement to start with, water goes in, power goes in, and everybody got a right to own home. That's what I'm doing in my electorate. I already got 240 hectares. State land. And customary land because we buy them. And we can't keep just putting people there, oh, you blow Port Moresby was a half blow Moresby Northwest, half blow Moresby Northeast. Or you just go there. No, I can't do that because we must do proper planning, approve our physical planning, because all by putting road, all by putting power, and all by putting all the servicing. So that's proper way of doing things. So me and the team, with our chairman and our brother minister and the LBS, we are focusing on that, and we cannot discourage by this 2 Mile. We will promote that and we will do in other centers. 8 Mile is the next one. 8 Mile is the next one. I want to also appeal to 8 Mile. NCDC, we got a title and we are planning to subdivision and put you proper road, proper water, and give you a home. But if you keep on acting like India style or gorilla style, we get no option but we let commercial to come in. And we will move you out to another place, proper way, so that you can stay out of the city. I think the message is clear. So, NCDC, we are not here to demolish or misplace our people anyway. We are here to align. We are implementing the national government policy of settlement to start with. And Prime Minister Governor said he's willing us to is willing to support us with funds to really go into this and give home to our good Papua New Guinea citizens who are illegally living, formalize them to give them title, and that's what we are doing. And I would like to thank you, Chairman and the team and the media, for doing that. Until 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock we are going. I'll keep on giving title to Palace Eviction there. I'm giving title there. Today at 1 o'clock, Governor is going to present the title for another 5 hectares on portion 2464 at Bomana Dano. And then that will happen at 1 o'clock today. And Christmas present, I give it to Saiwara, portion 2708, another 9.11 hectares. And at the back 2709, another 11 hectares. And that's how we vision planning with the chairman. And if we give approval condition, we start cut them and we start relocating people. And another one is portion 3509 at Paria, 62 hectares, total of 1,800 plus. Who's going to go in there? The plan is physical planning. Give approval. The road access is already there. And then we are joining this road to STA Sheds, Bautama 14-mile road. Then Bautama 14-mile road, we are going to clear it to give access to our people there, because I think my brother minister and governor already secured 14-mile land, and the front side is going to develop, but at the back side we are doing 130 hectares. We are doing settlement salvage. As you go down, you will see the billboard there, and we are waiting for the physical planning approval, and then we are waiting for the funds. And then we are making a way to the subdivision so that every decent citizen of this country in my electorate has got a right to own home. With that, thank you and God bless you all. And we will still support the governor and our team to continue with that 2-mile exercise. And we are not going to sit down and wait, because losing the election is another thing, but saving people is our paramount. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Honorable John Kaupa. That was a fitting statement. As you know, Northeast is where most of the settlements are in for the city. So thank you for that proactive action. So people can be assured that our leaders are not sleeping. They're doing their utmost and level best to secure rights for our people. Thank you. With that, we'll allow Honorable Member for Port Moresby Northwest, Honorable Lawyer Boysambo, to make his statement. Yes, sure.
Media with the leads.
Make a swap with Facebook. Check it.
Yeah.
We just want to have a proper rule.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chairman of NCDC Board, Honorable Governor, Powes Parkop, Honorable Justin, my brother KK, and JT. Thank you, media. We met with, and also Motupoita Chairman, the Honorable Russell Sabamoy, just arrived, representing our good people of Motupoita. Last night we had a good meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable General Marabe, to discuss this very issue that is going on. I will not talk long because most of the issues affecting the current issues have been addressed, were explained by the Honorable Parkop and the Honorable JT, our brother JT. So we will not delve into that. Some of the issues we discussed, and I asked the Prime Minister last night, and also my three brothers here, is to put an end to new people coming into Port Moresby. The city belongs to the people of Motupoita. And we have given, as Governor pointed out, there's a ratio of about 85% to 15%, where the indigenous are 15%. So the overrun by the outsiders have caused a lot of headache. 2 Mile Hill, Honorable JT said 10 years, I think it's 15 years. Both of the gentlemen have been in power for 15 years. They've gone down, even when we were not members, we accompanied them, we go down, they beg, they put in education plans, They put a lot of effort in there, and those efforts were falling on deaf ears. So I totally support our ACP Venturi. I support the Honorable JT and Parkop, Governor Parkop, for what was done at 2 Mile. It is to show that enough is enough. And we stand together in unison. Also our Honorable Chairman of Motukoita, we stand together and support that call. One of the things that we discussed last night was for us to pass an interim, like a COVID type law. No more new people coming in to settle in settlements. We have, I don't know, maybe 30, 40, there's 1 million people in the city. 40% of them are living in the settlements. We're totally outnumbered by illegal settlers. So what we need to do is take care of those people in the settlements. So the Honorable John Kaupa had just mentioned 265 hectares of land has been acquired, has been surveyed, state land, and it will go back to NCD. 265 hectares equals to about 6,500 blocks, if you divide that by 400 square meters. Now we can systematically move the settlers, those who are illegally settled and those who will be evicted, to these blocks. But there must be a proper plan in place, and we slowly and surely evict them. This very important thing that we are also asking the one-talks living in settlements, do not bring any more one-talks in. We need to pass a regulation. Enough is enough. The new people coming in are the ones causing havoc. The early people who came, our forefathers invited them and they've been staying here. They're peace-loving people. And they have also fallen victims of this terror that have been inflicted on our people. There are 1 million people in the city. 95% or 96% of them are peace-loving like all of us. There's 2 or 3% have caused terror for far too long, and we need to put an end to it. So we support this law. As the good governor has said, those of our brothers who have been evicted in former, NCD has nothing to do with it. Governor had nothing to do with it. We had nothing to do with it. There is a legal title to that land, and those title holders are the ones doing the eviction. So Governor and I will come and have a chat with the leaders and also plan a resettlement. So we can settle there, because unfortunately, there's a title there already. And one of the things that Governor did discuss with the Prime Minister last night was the Heritage Park, Motukoita Heritage Park, which NCD and the government want to build in consultation with the Motukoita Assembly opposite Port Moresby Technical College, that is the foreshore. Thank you, Governor, for your correction. Along the road going down to Katana. That is maybe a recognition by NCD and the government for the long-suffering people of Motukoita. Now, Motukoita has not been forgotten in this plan. There is also a modernization plan discussed by the 4 brothers here together with the Prime Minister. We have a Motukoita modernization plan which we will rehabilitate most of all those old houses and modernize them. Infrastructure, toilets, sanitation, walkways. So Motukoita has not been forgotten in this journey as well, because we have given all this land that have been, well, the issues have been discussed. Those were originally owned by the people of Motukoita. And we gave that land away, not knowing that we could all live peacefully together, but that has not been the case. Thus, this eviction exercise has taken place at 2 Mile. But the eviction at 4 Mile, NCD has nothing to do with it. But it is already happening, so the governor and I, who represent people of 4 Mile, we will sit with them, and there will also be a process of resettlement. This is a follow-up to our brothers and sisters at 4 Mile. In the meantime, to the people of Motukoita, we are not forgotten in this plan. There's a plan to modernize our villages, as discussed by the governor. We own this land, so we will also be here for the rest of our lives. And what's going to happen is there is also a plan to modernize our villages. Because I think APEC will be here in 2032 as well. 33. So in preparation of APEC, we need to modernize Port Moresby as a city. all the things taking place. So thank you very much, Governor, for calling everybody together to make this announcement. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Boya Boy Samuel. We also acknowledge the presence of Moresby Chairman and Deputy Governor, Honorable Russell Walwick as well. His presence and support with us. Just to wrap up on all the stories, I think if I could just make a summary here, that as per all our leadership statement, NCDC is not responsible for any displacement of people unnecessarily. And as we know, NCDC has no jurisdiction over land title issuance for the city. That must be made very clear to the public at large. For NCDC, if there is any eviction that is to take place, we have proper relocation plans for our citizens. So the leadership is concerned about the human rights and the safety of our citizens. But obviously, for lawbreakers and people who are not living with the comfort of the municipal laws and having respect for one another, obviously NCDC will be supportive of the police to make evictions as such being done at Tumai. All right, so I think with those, the settlement is a pre-independence issue. The leadership is not sitting idle. They're doing everything they can at their level best to address this settlement story, which is more or less more fitting with our 50-year story. So for opportunists and people out there trying to play cheap politics, that's unacceptable. You've heard it very loud and clear from the leadership that they're doing their level best to address settlements in our city. Thank you so much, and we'll now open up for media to